Hey guys, welcome to another pick a card reading. So, today what I'm going to do is we're going to look into how does your crush, significant other, person of interest, it could be someone you're dating, someone you're not. We're just going to look into how do they feel about you. So, I'm going to use 4 decks today. I have the Book of Shadows, the Light deck. This is the Light deck. I'm going to use the classic tarot deck. I call it the classic tarot deck. It has an actual name, I just can't think of it at the moment. So I'm going to use the Romance Angels. And I'm going to use the Book of Shadows, the Dark Side, the Dark deck. I'm going to use that for clarification to kind of give me more insight on the situation. I use that deck for more intuitive purposes because a lot of the cards are pretty obscure. So before I get started, just going to get some incense going. And I'm going to sage a bit, sage these cards. And if you wonder why the candle flames are going crazy, I have the fan on because it is hot in Texas. Just quickly sage these cards. Oops, sorry about that. Didn't be too loud. I like to sage the deck so that way the messages don't bleed with each other, because then that'll just get weird. Okay, so here are your options. There's option number 1, the red one. Option number 2, the gold one. Hope you can see it. Option number 3, silver. Whoops. Jesus Lord, stay still. And option number 4, the green. Take a moment to decide which one you want to choose, and then we'll get started. Alrighty. You can pause the video if you like. But if you're ready, we're going to get started with option number 1. Alrighty, let's get started. Just going to shuffle it for a bit. So I'm going to do 2 rows first. I'm going to see what your crush, significant other, person of interest, what they feel about you first, and then we're going to look at what they think about you, and then afterwards we're going to just kind of look deeper into the situations. So if you pick option number 1, the red bottle, this is your reading. I'm going to pull 4 cards for this. Just going to get this situated right quick. for option number 1, the red one. And okay, so how does option number 1's person of interest, significant other, crush, how do they feel about them? Okay. Okay. All right. So, how do they feel about you? I feel like they feel like you're that person that stays to themselves. But it's a good thing because you stand out. You're not that person that needs to you're one of those types of people that you're by yourself, you're in your own energy, you're in your own space. You don't need to be in a big crowd of people. You probably have a few friends that they've either seen you with or they know of, or you probably have a few mutual friends. That may be the case. But for the most part, they see you as someone that's in their power, because I have the Hierophant right here at the bottom of the deck. You're also hardworking because I have the Eight of Pentacles under that. But you also have the Queen of Cups. Now that could be you. This could be you if you're resonating with the feminine energy, but if you're the masculine energy, I will say you're more of the Hermit, regardless, feminine or masculine, or you can say the Hierophant, whatever makes you feel resonates with you, makes you feel whatever resonates with you. But if you're the masculine energy, they see you as someone who's very to themselves. Although they are to themselves, they're very patient, very quiet. You're very hardworking, and they can see that you're very patient with your work. You're very diligent with your work. They admire you for that. Like I said, they see you as someone that has very few friends about them. Now, how they feel about you, they feel like... I feel like they admire you, but they are not letting it on. Like they have feelings for you, like it's there, but they're not fully making it aware. Because if you look at the Hermit card, Hermit's pretty much a loner. They may be loners. They may be loners themselves, which makes it harder for them to express their emotions because you can see like the stars in a cage or in like a lantern. It may be hard for them to express their emotions because they may be loners. So they may have feelings for you, which I feel like they do. But they may feel like they just may not feel like you will accept them for who they are, because they kind of sort of put you on a pedestal because you're in your power. You're so much in your stance. Like I said, if you're the feminine energy watching, you have this Queen of Cups about you. That Queen of Cups, although she has her emotional side, she's she's in her power. She's a queen. She's in her power. She's in her suit. She has control over her emotions to some degree because she is the queen. If she was like a page or or a knight, it would be more of like an immature, I don't want to say immature, but more of like a younger energy with less experience. But with the queen, you have that experience. They feel that you are a very reserved person. You're very in tune with your emotions. You're in tune with who you are. But they feel that you are a very strong, authoritative person. They feel good about you. They look up to you. On the romantic sense, they do want to get to know you better. They want to hang out with you, have fun times with you. Because if you look at the Three of Cups, it's a fun time, celebration. They want to go out with you, but they may feel that you may be so introverted that you may not want to be those types of people that go out or whatever. But that's how they feel about you. They feel that you're very they feel good about you. They feel like you're very authoritative. You're in your power. They feel that you're very you know what you want. You know what you're looking for in this life. You know what you're going after. 1 second. Yeah, so they feel like you're in your power. That they feel that you have emotions. You have really strong emotions in regards to the things that you like and that you do. They also may feel with the Three of Cups that you may have other options as well. They may feel like you're really beautiful, or if you're a guy watching this for a girl, they may think you're better. You're too good for them. Like I said, they put you on sort of a pedestal, so they kind of feel like there's no chance they're gonna see me. Because like I said, with the Hermit, the light is kind of hidden in this lantern, so they kind of feel like there's no way they're gonna see me. But you're watching the reading to see if they like you. So let's see, what do they think about you. So we got how they feel about you. Let's see what they think about you. I'm going to pull 4 cards for this one as well. They also feel that, if I haven't said it before, you're a very patient person. You're very structured. You're very grounded. And I feel like they're grounded themselves. They're just a bit shy. So if it's a guy, he's shy to speak to you because he thinks you're too good for him. And if you're a girl watching this, if you're a guy watching this, the girl's too shy to speak to you, and vice versa. I confuse myself with my own speech. Jesus Christ. Alright. 4th card. Let's see what they think about you. Move Buddha for just a minute. Hangman. Queen of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. And the Sun. I feel like they think, like I said before, that they don't have a chance. They're in their head about the situation because you have the 8 of Swords and you have the 10 of Swords underneath, with the 7 of Wands. They think you have other suitors. They think there's other people that are after you. Because you have the Sun, they think you're beautiful. They think you're radiant. They think you're gorgeous. The Queen of Pentacles, you're stable. You're grounded. And the Hangman is just like they see you from such another perspective. Like, you may see yourself one way, but they have such a different perspective on what they see you. And if you notice that she's upside down, so if they kind of like, fix their position, they can kind of see that the playing field is even, and it's not like you're better than them by any means of the sort. It's just their perspective. But they think you're very, very, very attractive. They really think you're very stable. You're very grounded. But with all that, with all the goodness about you, it just, puts them in their head of like, maybe this is not something that, I can have. Maybe this is something that, maybe too good to be true. But I feel like if you decide you want to, let's say if this is someone you're dating, they kind of have this, feeling that you may be too good for them. But if if that is the case, just, try your best to kind of, make them see their value, like help them kind of, you can't really make someone see their value. That doesn't make any sense. You can't do that. But you can kind of, help them kind of see, that, kind of find different, I'm trying to figure out a way how to say it. But just help them discover different aspects about themselves that they may fall in love with. Like, there may be things that you both enjoy. Like, help them find different aspects of that, those things that they enjoy, so they can fall in love with, not only you, but themselves as well. Because that's very important, to be in love with yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't really love anyone else. And I feel like this person is in a place. It's not really that I don't think they don't love themselves. They just never thought they'd meet somebody or see someone like you with that sort of, that would make them feel a certain way. That's all it is. Like, it's nothing like they don't like you, or they, they think you're better than, you're better than them, and, they have sort of envy. It's nothing like that. It's more or less just like, oh, I don't think this person's really hot. Like, I would kill, to be with them, but they'd never date me. I'm just not on their radar. But if you're interested and you want to give it a shot, if this is resonating with you on some level, then, let them know, you are on my radar to some degree. You don't have to do it like, like directly. You can just be subtle about it. Be like, hey, listen, if you're like, say, this is a crush you have or something like that you want to talk to, just kind of like let them know, like, hey, strike up a conversation, talk to them, ask them to lunch or something. Just let them know that they're on your radar, because I don't think they think they're on your radar. I think they think they think that you're a very attractive person. They look up to you. They have feelings about it, but then they immediately shut it down because they don't think they have a chance. So if you are interested, I try to pursue it. So let's get more into the situation and see. Let's just look deeper into it. So I'm going to pull 2 cards for each side for the romance angels. Express your love. Yeah, I figured. Let your friends help you. Okay, sorry. Try not to touch the mic, but that's not happening. It's just so close. Romantic feelings, and it's safe for you to love. So I really didn't have to say much here. Heart-to-heart conversations. Exactly. It's exactly what I was saying in this reading. I feel like this person is, if you're the guy watching this and you're asking about a girl, or whatever sex you're asking about, it doesn't matter. But if you're a guy asking for a feminine, or the masculine asking for the feminine is attracted to you. So if you want to ask this person out, if you want to pursue this person, you can. It's not off limits. They will reciprocate the feelings, because we do have romantic feelings, and we do have it safe for you to love. So they do feel it's safer than they do think you're a safe person. You're a person that they can love. They can, have romantic feelings for. And they do kind of have a sense that you have romantic feelings for them. They're not entirely sure, but they think. That's why it's in the think area, because they think you have romantic feelings for them, but they're not entirely sure. But conversations just need to be had. I feel like you guys just need to talk to each other, because, like, beneath this deck we have the heart-to-heart conversations. So, like, yeah, you got the romantic feelings. It's safe for you to love. Express your love and let your friends help you. So what I was saying is, if you're the masculine watching this, express your love to the feminine. If you're the feminine watching this, then you're going to have to express your love to the masculine if this is something that you want. Because I feel like the person that you're watching just doesn't think that they're in the same league as you, which is making them go in their heads about it. Although they do have romantic feelings for you, they do like you. Like I said, I pulled the romantic feelings card, so it's there. But I feel like they just don't think they're on your level. So they're kind of holding back, really being honest with what they feel and how they feel. So let's look a little deeper into it. I just want to go a little deeper into it. I'm just going to pull 2 more cards. Just give me more information on both sides, how they feel and think. The Circle. The Maiden of Air. The Earth. If I pronounce this right. Yamas, if I'm saying this correctly. So what I get from these cards, like I said, I feel like this is something that you can choose to pursue. This is something that you have to make a choice to, if this is something that you want. You may have multiple suitors, so that may be why this is a choice. But I feel like this is something that can grow into something, because this may seem like this person is standing in a wasteland, but he's not. He's standing in a field of wheat. And if you also look at this, it's a bunch of insects and flowers blooming and vegetation, and there's a gnome sleeping that's just, and a gnome eating something as well. So you have a whole bunch of fruits and vegetation and wheat and everything. So they do think this is something that can blossom into something and be, that can, it can be, it can grow into something that's solid and fruitful for the both of you. This is a relationship that can develop into something fruitful. So if you wanted to make this a long-term relationship, they do think that it's, that it could go in that direction. They do see it, they do have that vision, because like I said, he's looking at the field of wheat. They do have that vision that this is something that can grow into something valuable. This is something that can be nourishing to them. But what they feel is that they just feel that there's so many different options that you may have. They feel that you're like the maiden of air. You're just kind of wandering. You're kind of just kind of weighing out what you want. What you're kind of discovering things. So you may not be on their radar. Like, you may be looking at something, focusing on something different. Like, they may think you're focusing mainly on your work. You have so many different things that you're trying to manifest. Because if you look at this card, the circle, there's so many different things that are coming from these like stone hinges. These different entities, these spirits or whatever, whatever's in the picture. They think you're just focused on so many other things. You have so many different irons in the fire that you would not be focused on them, or either having a relationship. Like, you may have a busy life, you may work a lot, so they may think, oh, you wouldn't have time for a relationship. Or if you're one of those types of people that have a whole bunch of friends, which I don't think you are that person. I think you're a person that's more to themselves. But if you are the person that resonates where you have a whole bunch of friends and whatever, they just think that you're more focused on just kind of enjoying your life, and you're not looking for something that's emotionally tied down. But that being said, they do have feelings for you that they're not quite letting on about. So if you want this, just kind of give them a few hints, or just be up front with them. If that's your style, just say, hey, listen, I'm interested in you, and you want to go grab lunch or something, and see what happens. It's not it's not nothing too complicated, just something simple, and I feel like everything will be fine. So that's pretty much it. So just a little bit of an rundown. They think you're hot. They think you're that person that's really up there. They look up to you. They feel that you're very authoritative. They have a very, they also, with that feeling, they feel like, you have other options. You have other people pursuing you. You have the spotlight in some sort of way. But they do, think that this is something that, could turn into something, that this can blossom into something. They do think that if you guys were to get together, it could go to somewhere. But like I said, it's up to you. If you want to make the decision, you just got to have that conversation. And that's all it will take. So yeah, pile number one, you have a choice. If you want this person, pursue them. If you don't, then don't worry. If it resonated, please leave a like button. Please leave a like. Jesus Christ, guys, this is bad. Please press the like button, leave a comment. If it did not resonate, then please feel free to choose a different pile. And that's pretty much it for pile number one. Let's just go to pile number two. All right, pile number two. If you chose the gold, I think, yeah, it's glitter. Gold glitter. If you chose the gold glitter, this is your reading. Please forgive me. I don't know if Mercury retrograde is just messing with my speech, but if I slur a bit and just sound like I'm stumbling on my words, I'm good, guys. I don't know. Anyways, let's just sage these cards real fast, so that way you don't get the same message from the last reading. We don't want that to be the case, because like sometimes these readings bleed into each other, and it just the energies has just not been well, gotten rid of. Sometimes the spirits just want to talk about that specific subject. It depends on the situation, but that's why I try to sage the decks after a reading, so that way it doesn't carry the same energy. I hope you guys can see these cards when I pull them. So we're going to start with the classic tarot deck, and this is for number 2. So if you pick this one, this is your reading. How does your person feel about you? Whether it be crush, significant other, whoever it is, whoever's on your mind, whoever you're thinking about, how do they feel about you? I'm going to pull 4 cards from this deck, and then we're going to look at the card underneath, and I'm going to do the same thing with another deck for what they think about you. Okay, let's get started. Okay. Wow. Lord. We're going to have to pull some information on this person. So, how do they feel about you? Well, quite frankly, guys, this person is just all in their head about something. And whatever that is, it's really bothering them. And it's kind of upsetting because it's got them closed off. It's not allowing them to sleep. Now, this could be with you. Now, I'm going to show you why. I have the 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 5 of Wands, the 9 of Swords. Underneath, Page of Cups. So, I feel like this person is either they're afraid of something. Let me look into this, actually. I'm actually kind of curious. I didn't do this for the last pile, but this one's kind of got me kind of curious. Give me more information on pile number 2. How does this person feel about them? The elements, the earth, mother of water, and then air. Yeah, I feel like they're in their head about the situation, either about the situation or about somebody else. And the reason why I feel like they're in their head about the situation is that I feel like they like you, but maybe, and this is just one scenario, I could be wrong here, but I feel like the way they feel is they're interested, but there's so many other things that are probably hitting them all at once that they know they wouldn't have any time to actually pursue this. And with the, like, as see with like the Five of Swords and have the Elemental card, I feel like they have so much on their plate. Like they have so much being like they have to deal with. There's so much they have to handle. There's so much that they're currently dealing with, that they're kind of distracted about, what's going on in their heart, or if they got hurt by someone. They're just not open right now. They're not feeling their best at the moment, and just everything is just mentally is conflicting. Or if this could be another scenario, I feel like they may be interested, but they're just overthinking the entire situation because of something that happened in the past. Like maybe they got hurt. Maybe you're dating this person. If it's a crush, they may be interested, but they're just so full of stuff going on in their head that they're not allowing themselves to be present and enjoy the connection. If there's someone you're dating, it's the same thing. There's so much going on in their life. Like it may be finances, it may be family, it may be all of the above, it may be you just life in general is just so hectic that they're not able to be present in the connection. Now, let's check and see what they think, because I'm really curious about what they think. Because what they feel just could be, this just could all be happening, in their life at the present moment, where it's just so much is hitting, and especially during the Mercury retrograde, and I think Venus was debilitated, might be still debilitated, but it was debilitated for a while. With all this stuff going on in the sky right now, like it's just crazy. People, there's so much hitting people at once. I can tell you from experience, like these last couple of weeks, February, January, it's just everything hitting me all at once, and I'm just like, what? So this person may be going through that exact same thing where everything's just hitting them all at once, and they're just trying to focus on it. The Mother of Water, I feel like they see you as they see you as, kind of like that breath of fresh air, that water in like in the desert. Because if you notice, it's raining in this card, and it's like a desolate desert. Like there's no water or anything there. It's just desolate. But if you look at the earth here, it's like that same desert just got filled with water. So I do feel like they do feel that you do provide that emotional, safe haven for them. Like you're that type of person where they can call upon, or who they can rely on. I feel like they do feel that way about you. But this may also indicate that they're going through so much, like they're literally like emotional about the stuff they're going through. So this person just may be just going through a lot. Oh my God, is that the ice cream man? I don't think the ice cream man takes credit cards, and if he does, I ain't running out there. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's see how they think about you before I get like distracted by stuff I shouldn't get distracted about. Let's be quick with this. So 4 cards here. And I'm going to shuffle the bottom one, because Eight of Swords again, man. Jeez. This person's in their head, man. For no reason, probably. Temperance. Empress. I feel like this is sort of like pile number 2. Jesus Christ. I feel like this is sort of like pile number 1, but not to like where it's just that they look at you and they think you're so gorgeous. It's just you're better than me. It's more or less that I feel like they have so much going on in their life that they feel like they think that, and just of you, they think you're a very hardworking person. You're someone who's very hardworking. You know what you want. They think of you as an empress, or if you don't resonate with that, they think of you as the emperor. But regardless, you're a very nurturing person. You're very strong. You're very creative. You're very patient. You are, someone they see they can be with, because they think they can be with you. The Ten of Chalices here. So I do think they do think you're someone they can be in a relationship with, but they're in their head about it, which is ridiculous because, well, I'm not going to say it's ridiculous because, like I said, there could be a whole bunch of other things going on. Like, they could have lost someone, and that could be something bothering them. They could have lost a job. They could be just going through a lot right now that is it's just taking their emotions away from you at the moment. But how they think of you, I feel like they think you're a great person. Like, they think if dating wise, it's like, yeah, they're attracted to you. They wouldn't mind, but like feeling wise, their feelings are occupied with something that probably just happened. It's something unfortunate, something that put them in their head. They're very emotional about it. They're kind of going through that emotional release. They may even, like, if you're someone they're close to, they may even reach out to you and kind of talk to you about it. If this is a crush, they're just kind of going through something right now. So it's not that they don't like you or they're not interested or you're not attractive to them. It's just what's taking place in their heart right now is just a whole bunch of stuff going on in their life. But in their head, as they think about you, they think you're fine. So it's good. You're hardworking. You're strong. You're nurturing. You're patient. You're the type of person they want to end up with. But they're very in their head about it because they feel like that's too good for what they are right now in a way that makes any sense. But anyways, let's look deeper into the situation. I'm just going to pull 3 more cards from the Book of Shadows deck, the Dark Side, Maiden of Air, the Element of Air. Jesus Christ, they really are in their head. And Samhain. Nice. And Yamas is at the bottom of the deck, like pile 1. Again, I feel like they do think you're someone that they can grow with. If you are looking for a relationship with this person, they do think you're relationship material. If you're looking for, just to get to know them, they are interested in doing that. But as of right now, their mind, like I said, they're in their head about something else. Whatever is going on in their life right now is taking precedent over their feelings. And it's nothing to do with you and, what you, or anything you've done. It's more or less what's going on in their life. But if you're interested in pursuing this person, feel free to do so from what I can see. But just be aware that they are kind of going through something right now. In pile number 1, someone was getting over something. But with this pile, I feel like they're going through it right now. So we're going to look deeper into it. Let's just see how they feel and what they think. We're going to use the Romance Angel deck for this. Just pull 2 cards for each. Deception. I'll show that to you in a bit. Stay optimistic about your love life. Wedding. Very soon. And playfulness. Okay. Now, this can be a multitude of things. Take what resonate, leave what doesn't. This person can see you or feel that, could either be afraid or worried that you may be married or you may be taken. Or this person may be promised to someone else. If you are just crushing on this person and you do not know this person that well, they may be promised to somebody else, and that may be the case. So that's why they're kind of worried and conflicted. That's one thing. It may not be the case. One, they may be just afraid of marriage in general. I feel like they're worried about marriage in general because maybe someone close to them got a divorce, or maybe their parents just got a divorce, or like maybe they're divorced. They've been divorced before. They've been divorced before. They've been married before and they got divorced. So they may have another view on marriage, or they just may not have that desire to get married, and they may be afraid that that may push you away. But very soon in playfulness, I feel like very soon they're going to, whenever this kind of, rolls over a bit, this may not be something significant. It may be something, just kind of what happened today and they just got to deal with it. Maybe like an inconvenience that's just, it kind of like redirected their day and they're just kind of dealing with it. Or it could be something big. We hope it's nothing big. But I feel like the basic thing is just that they're kind of going through something right now. May have to do something with the wedding. It may not. They may fear commitment. That may be the case. But if that's not the case, I feel like very soon you guys are going to kind of get to know each other a lot better. Things are going to kind of get a little bit more playful between the two of you. Again, if you choose to pursue this person, there's interest, but depending on their mindset, like if they're afraid of commitment, you may have a bit of a like a little bit of a, you know, issue, because they may not want to commit very fast. But if this is someone that is just kind of like scared to get in a relationship because they got hurt or they're whatever, just give them time. Be playful with them, kind of like be their friend first in a way, and establish that always establish that boundary of like, yeah, I'm interested in you, so that way they know that that's where it's coming from. But just let them know I'm not trying, let them know you're not trying to speed things too fast, you're not trying to rush things, you just kind of want to play things by ear and see where things go. And I feel like with that mentality, it will ease this fear that they may have, or it may put to rest whatever anxieties they may have towards commitment, if that's the case. But if it's something like an outside source that they're kind of going through, like if they've been divorced or whatever, then they'll slowly work themselves out of that feeling of like, I'm afraid to get married, I'm afraid to have a long term relationship because I've been divorced. They'll work themselves out of it, but you got to give them the time and a space to do that. But in the best way to do that is just to be playful with them, have fun with them, go to spots that you like, go eat food, eat different, try different restaurants with each other. If you're childish like me, go to like to arcades and stuff like that, or go-karts and laser tagging or stuff like fun stuff. Even if you're like you're in your late 20s, early 30s, 40s, whatever, it's never too late for you to go out there and have fun with your the person you like, whatever. Just we're all kids at heart. So I feel like the best way to ease this person's fears, if you're wanting to pursue this, is just to have fun with them. And when they start to warm up a bit, you'll start seeing that side of them that you want to see, and you'll get the results that you're looking to get. But do not be too aggressive. They're going through something right now. And yeah, how they feel about you, they're like I said, they like you, but they're going through some stuff. There's a little bit of fear with them. But they think you are a very good person, and very soon I feel like they're going to be very open with you with what's going on. They think you're a very good person. They see like relationship potential with you, so that's not something that's off the table. But you just got to be playful with them. You got to be welcoming with them, sweet with them, because they've been hurt or they've witnessed something that's really bothered them and kind of have them in this anxiety state. So anyways, that was your reading pile number 2. We're going to move on to pile number 3. Okay, if you chose pile number 3, which was the silver, this is your reading. So I'm going to sage the decks right quick. And I know like it's nighttime now, but I had the battery for the camera went out, so I had to charge it. So I'm going to start off with the regular tarot deck for pile number 3. How does their crush, significant other, how do they feel about them? How do they feel about them? Pull 4 cards. There you go. And then we'll look at the one that's under the deck. Okay. Okay. Well, how do they feel about you? They feel strongly about you. If this is a crush, it's reciprocated. They have put you literally on the pedestal. Whether if you're the feminine watching this or the masculine, it doesn't matter. We have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Nine of Cups. And we also have the Four of Wands. They see you as a very stable person. They see you as someone that's pretty much a wish fulfillment. They see you as someone that, they can, have a stable relationship with, a stable emotional relationship with. They also feel that you are a person that gets a lot of suitors. A lot of people are interested in you because we do have the Seven of Wands. They see you as someone who is, they kind of put you on a pedestal. I've been noticing the last 2 piles, there's been kind of that same behavior where they worry about, what if this person, this person may be out of my league, or they were worried about whether that was something they wanted at the time, at the moment, or many different things. But as of right now, for what I can see from this situation, is that they feel that you are the person that they are looking for. You fit the description. You're attractive. Attracted to them. They're very, attracted to you, but they're pretty much in their head about the situation. They're just worried that maybe, if you got to know them, you may not like what you see. That sort of situation. But anyways, let's see what they think of you. So we're going to use the Book of Shadows, the light deck. See what they think of you. And if I need to pull some clarifiers, I'll pull some clarifiers. What does this person think of pile number 3? And then we'll look at the card at the bottom. Three of Swords. Oh, boo-boo. Jesus Christ, Louisiana came out of me in that one. Four of Wands. We got the Four of Wands twice. Ten of Pentacles. The Hangman. So this person thinks that they think you could be the person to give them that stability, because you got the Ten of Pentacles and you have the Four of Wands. So they think you're that person that can give them that stability. I just don't think they feel they deserve it, because you have the Three of Swords there with the Hangman. I feel like they feel like they're assessing themselves, and the more they assess themselves compared to you, they may not deserve that relationship. We also have the Nine of Pentacles, so they think you're very independent. You can stand on your own 2 feet. That may be what it is. You may be so independent that they're like, they don't even need me, like, what do they need me for? They can handle everything. That's the biggest thing that I can say that some people, the biggest mistake people make is believing that because someone's so independent that it just means they don't want a relationship. That's not the case. And we're independent because we have to be. We have to be independent. It's not that we don't want a relationship, it's that we don't have one, so we have to be independent. But if something, came our way, then these are folks that, folks that are open towards relationships. Because if you're not open towards relationships, then, then this doesn't apply. But if you're open towards having a relationship, then, it is what it is, So, I mean, just lost my train of thought there. But yeah, if you're open towards having relationships, you know, we're just in ourselves. We'll welcome it. We will welcome the relationship. So I feel like this person, they don't know if you're open to a relationship. So, because they see you as such a very strong figure, they see you as someone who's standing in their power, whether you're male or female. They see you as someone who's very in their energy. You may have something that you have going on. You may have your own project, your own business. You may, be, you're making a whole bunch of money. You may, have a really good career, or it may not be the case on any of those things. But this person thinks that you have it all together, and because of that, I don't think this is, I don't think they're gonna like me for who I am. And that's the same kind of feeling that's kind of keeping them up at night, or keeping them in their heads, because you get the Three of Swords here, and then you have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, the Nine of Swords here, and you notice they both have their heads in their hands in these two cards. So I feel like these two, this person is, they're upset because they don't think they're, good enough for this connection. Or if this isn't the case, they've been hurt before, really bad, and they're afraid to pursue this connection. Because you have the Hangman, which is a very, Hangman can mean stagnant energy, but it can also mean, kind of seeing something from a different perspective. So they may be seeing this from a different perspective, but at the same time, they are still afraid of getting hurt. So that could be another reason why, you may be getting certain responses from them. Like if you know them, if you've dated them, and they're kind of being a bit, dodgy or weird. It's not that they're they don't care about you. It's just that they've been hurt before, and they really don't want to make any rash moves only to like lose out on lose out on an investment. Because when you invest when you get in a relationship, you invest yourself. So they don't want to invest in something that won't work. So they're very cautious about this situation. But yeah, they really do like you. They care about you. They do see you as someone that can bring stability in their life. They do see you as a stable figure. They do feel that you're a stable person. I got Four of Wands twice, so they do have passion for you. They do have attraction towards you. I just feel like they just feel they're either in their head because they've been hurt before, or been hurt before, and they just don't want to invest in a relationship that may go south, or they just don't think that you would be the person that would be with them. But let's get more into it with the I'm just gonna pull two cards for each side, and pull two cards for each side for the from the dark side of the forgetting the deck's name, Book of Shadows. Dark side of the Book of Shadows. All right. How does this person, how does their crush feel about them for option number 2? How does their crush or person feel about them? What does that person think about them? What does that person think about them? Their crush, their significant other, person of interest. What do they think about them? Crone of Air. Nine of Earth. I told you. Independence. You're very independent. You're very in your power. You're very abundant. They feel that you're abundant. You're independent. The mother of air in the world. Yes, they think the world of you. They think the world of you literally. They think you're smart. They think you're stable. You're independent. You're solid. And you got the nine of earth, the nine of pentacles twice here. You also have the nine of cups as well. So you got three nines in these spreads, which is usually an ending and new beginning. Which it's ending, but it signals a new beginning that's coming forward. And then you also have the Queen of Chalices under there. So like I said, they see you as a very stable person, someone they can build something with. They feel that you're that person, but they're just kind of in their head about the situation in regards to whether they've been hurt before or, whatever may have happened. Let's pull some romance angels. Let's see what this deck says. Two cards from this deck. Getting to know each other. Calling them your soulmate. Finances and career. Past life relationship. Okay. And make the effort underneath. Kind of pretty much like I was saying, like, this may be something that it may be like a past life relationship between the two of you. Like you guys may be soulmates in that situation, in that regards, if you believe in soulmates, or you guys may have had a past life together. But mainly, I feel like this person feels like you are so focused on your career, you're focused on what you're doing and everything like that, that they don't think that you would want a relationship right now. And I feel like in the past they've dealt with someone that was so engulfed in their career or something like that, that they let their relationship go on the wayside. Or another thing could be is that like you're so involved in your career and what you do, and you may be so high up in your career, they like, there's no way this person would date a person like me. It's like when you look at a celebrity, right? And they're so rich and famous, you're like, there's no way in heck that this person would end up with me. You never know, man. Stranger things have happened. But I feel like that's what's going on. This person is at a higher position or in a higher situation, or maybe they just, they're just not, they see you as stable, that they're just too afraid to pursue something because, they're afraid of what may happen. But if you choose to pursue this, if you choose, this is the person that you want to pursue a relationship with. You just kind of have to let them know, kind of give them a nudge, like, I am interested. So if you want to pursue this, it is what it is. But they will get in their head sometimes. You be prepared for that. Be prepared for them to be in their head about certain situations. Be prepared for them to overthink sometimes. It's just kind of where they are. They want to get it right because they want you to stay. That's kind of that type of energy. It's like, I want to do it right because I don't want to lose you. So you're gonna have to be patient with that. But other than that, I think this can go in a good direction. I think, like I said, if you choose to pursue this, that's pretty much what you're gonna get out of it. But anyways, that's it for pile number 3. We're just gonna go ahead and move on to number 4, last but not least. So let's do that. Last but not least, if you pick the green container, this is your reading. So we're gonna start off with the regular tarot deck, but first I'm going to sage each deck before I get started because I don't want any of the energy from the last reading to carry on into this reading. Although in some degree the readings have been sort of doing that, which if that's what the message wants to display, it is what it is. It's meant to speak to somebody. So we'll just let it speak. I cut my thumb today, which is weird. Got a little crazy with the cheese whiz. No, I cut myself on some glass. And it wasn't pleasant. Although I mitigated the damage before it got a little bit too messy. So, and there's that. There's that victory in the situation. Although it was painful, and it still remains to be pretty painful, I did mitigate the damage to some degree. All right. First, we're gonna look. Christ. First, we're gonna look into how do they feel about you. If I can talk tonight. Diggity diggity dog. How does this person feel about you? Diggity dog. How does this person feel about you? How does your crush? How does your significant other? Person of interest. How do they feel about pile number 4? Well, choice number 4. Ow. Diggity dog. Lordy, lordy, lordy. One, we're gonna pull 4 cards, and we're gonna do the card underneath. Shuffle a little bit more for the 4th one. Perfect. And then that one there. We're gonna flip. We have the 8 of Wands, the Devil, Diggity Dog. 6 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 9 of Wands. So you got the 8 to the 9. So, and underneath this deck, we have the Fool. So, how do they feel about you? They are attracted to you. They are so attracted to you that to some level, it's kind of like, this one's a weird reading because I don't want to say that they're that type of person, because I mean, I'll have to look deeper into it at this point, but they're really attracted to you to a point where that's kind of something that they think about a lot, because I go based on intuition when it comes to cards. Like, they have their base meaning, but I'll go based on what I'm hearing. You have the 9 of Wands, but you also have it, you have the 8 and 9 of Wands, so it's kind of like it moves up. So I feel like their attraction for you gets really, really, really intense, to a point where they kind of borderline obsess over you. They kind of, they may look at your pictures online. Give me one sec. They may watch your social media, because if you notice this, the way the cards are set up, if you notice, this person is just staring at this person giving, that's the way they were sitting next to each other. So, it's just kind of staring at them, like, what the, like, just kind of watching them, this guy do whatever he's doing, with these two people, or girl, whatever situation you may be in. It's open to interpretation. Anyways, they're watching. He's just kind of watching them, kind of like stalky vibe, whatever. Nothing. I don't think it's anything serious. But then you also have the Devil here, which also kind of has that obsessive type of tendency to it. So I feel like they're very attracted to you to a point of obsession. And it's because you're kind of something they've never. You're something different. Like, you're not something they've ever dealt with before. With the Fool card, I feel like you're something new. You may be someone that's of a different nationality to them. You may be somebody that they've just never dated before. Because, there's certain people, there's certain types that you just never dated before. Let's say you're a person that usually dates, that girl next door type. But, you decided, I'm just going to date, biker girls now. It is what it is. Like, that may be the thing. That may be the thing that, about them, where it's just like, they may not be the type of person that you may not be the type of person that they're used to dating. That's all it is. But that's the thing that turns them on, if that makes any sense. So that's how they feel. They feel very attracted to you in that sort of way, where it's like they're so attracted to you that they kind of have to sneak a couple peeks sometimes whenever the time is right. Like, maybe at night when they're in their rooms or whatever, about to go to bed, they may go on your Instagram and stalk a bit. Or if you have any other social medias, like, if this is somebody that you're dating, I feel like this person is they check up on your social media a lot. Like, they're probably that person is always liking your pictures, always watching your stories or something like that. And if it's not like that, they're probably that person that's just they just watch your social media a lot or something like that. It's somewhere along those lines. It is what it is. But this person they do keep tabs on you because you're something so different than what they usually go after. So let's look at what they think of you in that regard. So pull 4 cards. Hope you guys can see these cards. If you guys can't see these cards, I'm upset. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and flip this over. So that's the Knave of Pentacles. Diggity dog. We have the Five of Pentacles. Jesus Louise. Guys, what's with these thoughts, man? The Hermit. I've been noticing these readings have just been like, people have just like, there's no way this person will date me. It's just like, guys, come on, man, just shoot your shot. I know it's hard. Trust me, I know it's hard. Like it will take me sometimes weeks and upon weeks to work my courage to ask someone out. But you gotta kind of do it. Like, if you overthink it, man, it's just gonna make things worse. I think I did an ASMR video based on rejection just recently. So if you're afraid of being rejected, and that's kind of why you're watching this stuff, like, trust me, guys, it's gonna be okay. Even if you do get rejected, like, it feels good that you don't have to worry about it anymore. Because when you don't put yourself out there and you just kind of like say like, nah, it's just not gonna happen for me, you're gonna think about it, and you're gonna continue thinking about it because you're gonna wonder what could have been, and that's a lot worse than not actually going for it. So just shoot your shot. But anyways, this person, what are they thinking? They are thinking that there's no way in hell you're gonna date them. They are thinking there is no way in hell you're gonna date them. Or this may be your energy where you feel like that's. But we're asking about them. I don't know why people do that, but we're asking about this person. We're not asking about you. We're asking what they think, and what they think is there's no way in hell you're gonna date them. They don't think there's even a way it can possibly happen. Because if you look at the Five of Pentacles in this card, the chick looks lost. Don't say chick. The girl looks lost. The girl looks lost. She looks lost and she doesn't know where to go. I feel like this person does not see a way in hell that this can ever happen. You have the Hermit card and you have the Four Chalices. Right under it. Right under it. Right next to it. So I feel like this person feels like you would be disinterested in them. They just think that you wouldn't be interested. Maybe if they got to know you, if you got to know them, you wouldn't be interested. But I feel like this person, they just don't think that this is something that you would want. This is like when you kind of like, if they made their feelings known to you, you would just be like, it is what it is. Or maybe this is someone who feels like they can't open up to you because maybe you wouldn't be receptive towards it. Or they tried or something. They feel like they've tried, because I have the Queen of Chalices here. But if you look at the card, you notice these two people like kind of like, in this chick's, don't say chick, this girl looks like she's in distress, and the guy is just trying to be there for her. Jesus Christ. And if you see that, when I'm looking at that, I feel like this person really wants to open up, or wants to, show some affection by some means, but they don't think that you would be receptive to it. Maybe there's some sort of vibe you have. Like I said, the way they look at you is that like you're just this really beautiful thing that they just have to have, but at the same time, they don't think that you would see them in that light. Maybe they feel like you guys are just friends. You may be friends with this person, and maybe they just think that maybe that's maybe they feel like you friend zone them, or because I have the Knave of Pentacles, and when I see the Knave of Pentacles, and usually in readings like this, I see it as like a very slow start, and usually in slow starts, it's usually that friends first type of start, which is, for me, I prefer just to kind of just get down to the situation. That's just how I am. I'm a fire sign. So I'm just like, this is what this is. This is how we're doing it. There's no like questions or like what this is or what we're trying to do. Like, we're establishing this right now. But when I see this card, I usually see like friends first. So maybe you and this person are friends first, and they're just kind of feeling like maybe you would just want to just be friends with them. You don't want to move anything forward, and it is what it is. But if you are interested in taking things further, I feel like you should let this person know if this is what you want, because they are really attracted to you. Like from what I understand, like the way they feel, it's just to a point where it's like it's borderline obsession. Some people are into that. It's nothing wrong with being attracted to someone who, if that's the type of thing that you're attracted to, where you need that feeling of someone really being that deeply involved with you to be in a relationship, that's fine, man. It's nothing to be judgmental about. It's when that obsession becomes unhealthy and dangerous is when you have to worry. But I don't think that's the case in this situation. I feel like they're just kind of just they're just attracted to you, and they're sexually attracted to you. But anyways, let's pull some more without causing too much of an issue. Let's pull some information from the Romance Angel, and then I'm going to pull from the Book of Shadows, the dark side. But let me check with the Romance Angels and get some more information. Just pull 2 cards for each side. Attraction. Duh. Stay optimistic about your love life. Diggity, 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 dog. Wedding, diggity. And true love. That's hilarious. This could be the one. Like I said, we all make decisions. You all have decisions to make. Jesus Lord. We all have, like, our own decisions. But if this is what you want, this person thinks that you're the person they want to marry. They're like encapsulated by you. Now, if that may not resonate, let's say if this is your crush, they kind of like, you're that person they think of if they had to envision what their life partner would look like. You're that person. You're the person they envision that life partner look out like. And I feel like that's on both sides. Like, you both have that feeling towards each other. This person just needs to be optimistic about the situation and not put themselves down, because they're very attracted to you. You have the attraction card right here, and you also have stay optimistic about your love life. So I feel like the person needs to stay optimistic. I think that you guys both need to be optimistic if this is something that you choose to have. If this is not someone that you want to date or whatever, I don't know why you'd be watching this. If this is if it's like not your crush or significant other, but you choose that this may be too much of, like, maybe like you may be that type of person where it's just like, I don't want that type of relationship where a person is just that engulfed in me, then you make the decisions, but it's up to you. Anyways, we're gonna get a little bit more information about what they think and how they feel for pile number 4. Diggity dog. All right. Please, God, don't. Okay, let's pull these cards before I cause a catastrophe. Because you can't recover from that once you get once that's on camera. Anyways, we got the water. We got the 9 of water, which is the 9 of cups. So they feel like you are a wish fulfillment. That's one good thing. We got the Crown of Fire, so there is passion. The Crown of Fire, I think that's either the Queen of Wands or maybe the Princess of Wands, whatever. I feel like more Queen of Wands because she has that queen attire, so it's more of the Queen of Wands. What do they think? You got the 5 of water. God, this person's pessimistic as heck. And the 2 of fire. It's like they're cautiously optimistic. They're hoping for the best with the 2 of fire, but they're preparing for the worst with the 5 of water. So this person kind of feels like, and then I got the 9 of air, which is the way I see this one. And I'm not gonna kind of say it's anxiety or anything like that, because this one looks a lot different in this deck. I feel like the thing about it is that they don't see like themselves in the same light as they see you. Like they don't see themselves, in the same plane as they see you. So that's kind of why you have this feeling of like, I'm not good enough. I don't think it's nothing that has really anything to do with like, just, other things, like maybe like work or something, or school or other things that may be taking up their their space. I feel like they just don't feel like they just feel like you're so attractive that you're not the type of person that would mess with them, sort of energy. Like I said, it's like you being like an average guy and you seeing a supermodel, you're like, there is no way that girl's sleeping with me, and for some odd reason you're that type she's always gone for, and you're just like, wow, that's what it is. No, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. That's, man, whoever you fall in love with is whoever the hell you fall in love with. Be proud of it and enjoy it. But it is what it is, man. And I feel like this person does see you as someone that is probably too good for them, that they didn't think they would end up with, or someone that they don't think would give them the time of day. But I feel like you will. So if you want to do that, feel free to let them know. Feel free to, get closer to them. But if you don't want that, then you know what to do. But anyways, that is pretty much it for this reading. Thank you guys for joining me. Please like and subscribe as per usual. Follow my other social media panels if you can. Show me as much support as possible. I love every single one of you. Take care, and I will see you guys soon.